It's important for Americans to understand that the chemical industry in our country is crucial to everything that you do, everything that you have, everything that you require in your business and in your life, literally the clothes on your back, everything in your iPhone, your vehicle, your life requires chemicals, and the mixing process for chemicals, for base raw chemicals that are delivered under the most stringent safety conditions here in America to facilities like this, where they'll take a particular chemical product and mix it with another in order to produce a final product that's distributed to its final user. Facilities like this are very heavily regulated, and that's an appropriate job for the federal government, but there's a balance to be sought between the natural inclination of our industry partners in the private sector to have clean, safe operations, effective, efficient, and the requirement of the federal government to regulate those operations. So Americans think of chemical facilities as, nasty and dirty and things like that. I mean, take a look here. Look, these nozzles is piped in from across the facilities, from the tank farm. They're connected here. Look at how clean this stuff is. I guarantee you, these pipes here are cleaner than the pipes under your own sink. The chemical industry operates in America under very stringent conditions, and this is why we need Americans to get it, that we need this capacity to produce and mix and distribute chemicals in America. If you care about the ecological condition of the planet, trust me, you want this work done in America. Oh, this is the truck offloading area at this facility. So a truck will roll in here into this bay, and depending upon what it's carrying, you can see the various chemicals here listed. These are dedicated pipelines, and the truck is connected, and then that chemical is delivered to its storage tank out of that truck. But again, there's 28 different chemicals here. Look at how clean this equipment is. This is the American Chemical Company's operation. This is the standards that they have to maintain, and it's important for Americans to understand that this is the way things are done in America. This doesn't happen in other countries. Trust me, if you look at sites in other nations, they're frighteningly poorly maintained, and you want this kind of work done here in America by American citizens and American companies. Oh, this tank area is 11 tanks like this. It's all brand new. Tremendous investment by the company. Every one of these tanks was built in Louisiana, and as you can see, actually having these tanks built to spec and installed with all the required pumping systems and fire control systems, redundant systems. It's a tremendous amount of work and investment before you put 1 ounce of chemicals into a tank storage and mixing area like this. You've spent a tremendous amount of money. You're talking scores of millions of dollars before you put 1 gallon of chemicals in here for mixing and distribution and sale. This is, again, part of the American chemical industry's operating procedures that it's important for citizens across the country to understand that our lives require, properly mixed and distributed and blended chemicals for everything that we need and use in our lives, in our homes, in our businesses. A place like this is where it starts. These bulk chemicals are mostly used in the refining process. They, require particular handling and storage, particular temperatures and conditions. And this building, this facility, take a look at it. It's brand new. Again, tremendous investment of treasure before you move 1 ounce of this stuff. And the men and women that work here have heavy certifications for safety and particular skill sets that are monitored, their certifications and recertifications every year in order to properly, safely, efficiently deal with chemicals like this. Raw bulk chemicals that ultimately are delivered to the end user, and that end user might be you. And any of the things you use in your house or your business. Facilities like this are required. And the latest in technology and construction standards, extremely high here. Very redundant fire safety systems have to be automated and built in. American chemical industry. This will be the newest research and development laboratory that's dedicated to offshore, deep offshore requirement chemical products, which include incredible variances in temperature from the surface on a rig. It might be 100 degrees outside, down into hole in the ocean floor at 30 degrees, and then below that it gets very hot, say to 300 degrees. So the chemicals and the viscosity of those chemicals and the performance of those chemicals has to be measured and certified and proven in very extreme conditions. So this lab here, and once it's filled with its new equipment, is all brand new. This will be the latest research and development laboratory of its kind in the country. And the idea here would be to develop enhanced products that can operate more efficiently, more safely in some incredibly extreme environments. This kind of work is happening in South Louisiana in our chemical industry.